We got enough stuff here.
I give away everything I got. I give away everything I got.
I come from there.
Anything.
I used to talk there.
Because I used to plant there. It always come back.
I used to get tassel there.
We made the whole underground black market.
It's eternal. Everything eternal.
We didn't have
ain't no such thing as scarcity. It's a lie.
So
everything is eternal.
She's separating us from the dirty wars.
Big as a motherfucker.
I'm defending myself.
Earth big. They got food everywhere on the earth. They got food everywhere growing.
You're not gonna sit up there
growing.
and tell me that
it's nothing. We eat too much anyway. We eat too fucking much. We don't need all this shit.
Okay.
We good.
But if you
they got shit everywhere. It's an endless amount of everything for anybody, for anything. We don't nothing. We don't have to worry about nothing. It's forever growing. Everything growing.
So let me,
everything is everything.
But the fight is
scarcity.
They don't want to go to war with this beast.
Man, go to war with this motherfucker every day. Every time I went to the pink, I fought them bitches. You hear me? Any type of any war.
What war?
Any type of war.
We talking about a physical war.
I fought them bitches every time I went to the pink, and I'm right here.
He's killing your
and I'm uplifting my brothers on the street.
He's killing your brothers on the streets. Consequence.
My brothers killing my brothers on the street.
Why? Why are they killing each other?
Lack of knowledge of self.
Why they have lack of knowledge of self?
They think they're not part of the government.
Why they
government supposed to protect them?
Why do they have a lack of knowledge of self? Who made them?
Who knows?
Who made them?
Who made them?
Who made your personality?
Who made me? Me.
Who made you talk English, speak English right now? Why are you speaking English?
It don't matter. I don't care. I'm getting my point across.
She's talking about them. She's talking about them. She's talking about them dirty
all
wars.
African.
Remember, he's talking about that 500 thing I haven't talked about yet.
It don't matter.
That's what that is.
I'm not tripping.
She's talking about two different entities, bro.
I can drug.
Well, the same people, but one separate from the other.
I can convey a message through an image. There's nothing you gonna get me.
They came up with this language called English.
You gonna get it. I understand, man.
The English language is a spell.
Exactly.
Exactly. Words.
And where did the English language come from? Who brought this English language?
Like I said, I don't know much about Moors until I came here, so I can't really just attribute everything to something that I've only just been introduced to. Because then that means everything my grandfather taught me about spirituality is a lie, and I'd like not to call my grandfather a liar.
Not a lie. Your grandpa right too. Everybody right. It's true.
I feel like even just having this conversing, the overstanding of wars is an issue. To me, you talking about Moors on Facebook. I don't believe you've ever talked to a real Moor. I don't believe you've ever speak to a real immortal being.
What gives you the right to tell another person that they're not real of something?
I'm telling you from my perspective. Because
no, I know, but your perspective.
If you knew what a Moor was, then it would still be no question of doubt or a denial of ancestry.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I know what a Moor was, because I've already said I've never heard of a Moor until I came here.
Right.
But I don't think you have the right to tell me that the people I'm speaking to on Facebook are not real Moors, because if they were stood here right now, they'd be arguing with you, telling you that they are real Moors. That's not very spiritual to say that I can say that I'm this, but I'm telling you that you're not that.
Even to speak to a Moor in a manner, it would be on a divine plane always.
It starts off on a divine plane, but just
the
like
fact that anything
emotions come into it then, because my experience with dealing with Moors is
ain't nothing wrong with emotions.
My experience with dealing with Moors is unless you're agreeing with what they're saying, you are dismissed.
Right.
And I will never be dismissed.
Right. Most of them say that on Facebook. Most of them
dismissing the separation.
Yeah.
Here you go.
But
that's it.
But this is causing
not
separation.
You are not your thoughts.
Yeah. But this is causing separation, and I am my thoughts.
The labels cause the separation.
Because if we say we manifest, then everything I'm thinking.
Let me say something, baby.
Your thoughts are you.
Baby, let me say something. See, from what I know on what I do on Facebook, it don't mean nothing, but it does mean something. I have over 4,000 friends on Facebook, and I deal with the Moors, I deal with the hardcore RBGs, the Black Panthers, the whole underground people talk about kill body. I deal with them all day. And even to this point right now, I'm at odds with a lot of them because I know they full of shit. They ain't gonna kill nothing. The stance that I take on that is that I reflect on what I went through in 18 years of prison. I know that in prison, when I went to prison at 19 years old and got out at 37, when I went in, I didn't know nothing about too much. I wasn't the dumbest, but I knew a little bit. But I do know that unity doesn't require uniformity, because in prison, I got schooled by the average so-called literate gang member that wasn't no more, that didn't claim nothing. Just regular black, older men who had no pride, no black pride, no none of that. They just understand how to survive up in here, and that's how we became unified up in prison. So when I jump on this social media network with all these different black folks, with all these different pockets of different organizations, it always comes up when you bring up white supremacy. That's when like these divisions fall. Like, well, nah, we gotta do that. But I understand when a riot happens on the yard in prison, don't matter where you from, what you claim, white people, we at war with them. That's it. Ain't no spiritual or money. None of that is they the enemy. But it seems like out here, they're the enemy, but you know what I mean? And that but kills me because we don't have to be in a situation that we in right now because of our different perspective of white supremacy is. We all know when we wake up and go to sleep, you experience white supremacy 24 hours a day.
The whole thing is who's scared? Who's scared? All I'm saying, who's scared?
I would say that the masses are scared because, and when I say the masses, I mean everybody, even to the point that the so-called now, the new Black Panthers and all that. All of us are scared to a degree because
English is a spell, right?
Yeah.
First of all, to be white is to be divine and to be pure. First of all, first and foremost.
Keep giving them that energy.
The etymology of white is to be divine and to be pure.
Right.
First and foremost.
Right.
First and foremost. So if we talking about kill whitey and we talking about all these things, we already confusing ourselves. So how could we even bring up the courage to kill something which subconsciously we know as being divine, being birthed in divine right, that is right. So now we have to identify what our enemy is, for real. Because we already confusing ourselves on that level.
Who said white is divinity?
that's what I was going to bring up, the dictionary.
If you looked up the etymology of the English white word.
Who wrote that though? No black person wrote that book.
Yeah, they
A white man said white is right and black is wrong. We never said that.
But we using their word.
It's all in your mind.
Using their word, so we gotta.
No, but so whose words are we using? Because I like to use my grandfather's words.
Yeah. To me, white means plain,
Who wrote
no
the
color,
dictionary? Who made
nothing.
definitions? No black person didn't define these
White
words.
is all
White
like-
people define these words. So if they're white, of course they're going to say
But they're
white
not really
is
white. They're
divine.
European.
They pink and red or whatever. If we really want to say
all,
color,
Pink,
like,
yeah.
that's a color.
America is
white
suffering
is
a problem
devoid of
from
color.
a
That's what
colonial,
white is.
a colonial
Black
issue
is
with
devoid of
Europeans.
color.
No,
That's who we
black
suffer
is a
from.
combination of all colors.
Blanco.
I'm an
What
artist.
blanco mean in
I'm a
Spanish?
painter.
What blanco
I'm
mean
a
in
painter.
Spanish? I know about I'm talking about the word. I know what
I'm telling you what it is. I'm not
I'm
telling you
talking
about
about
what
the
somebody
word.
gave me. I'm telling you what I went in my laboratory and mixed up.
I know what you're talking about.
I'm telling you what I can show you proof of.
The word
But that
black.
wouldn't be black
Basically,
still, though.
what
Yes, it is.
Dominique
No,
is
it's
saying
black.
is that white, they use that word in the spiritual manner. That white means the Moors who are in white robe of the spiritual, not so much the skin color tone. They took up on that the Europeans
aura,
inversed that
it's
to
a-
that tone of that
it's a
color.
color.
The energy of our ancestors' war, our ancient mothers and all. Our supreme, which were the mothers. They wore
Y'all can
white
do
as
all
far as
that.
the
Look,
white
y'all
sheet
can
and
do all
outfit.
that once we get
That's
on
what they
the-
mean
on
about
the
white.
level
And so they're trying to take
of,
on that level as far as
political-
being that supreme over there.
Now,
That white
rally-
supremacy, you
when we
saying,
political lateral
over
with these
us
people,
and all
then
of
y'all
that.
can
We
do
can
all
only
this.
say
But
some
until
of it. We
then,
can only
you
speak.
have to
Please
at
let
least
me
have a
speak.
political platform to even exercise the stuff you're talking about.
So it's been reversed in that 500-year plan. So
I'm
now
not
they want to
glad
call
what y'all
themselves
saying.
who
Y'all
we
just
are.
have- y'all just
And we
have
calling
that
ourselves who they are. And it's like they're the heathen. You know, one is up, one is down. But the dirty Moor did that. They went back to the time of Kemet and done that.
I can't tell you I'm not right.
They have made us sleep for how many days, my love?
I can't tell you I'm not a Muslim because I am, because I know the true meaning. I'm
12 days.
Hare Krishna.
Put the whole world to sleep. Hold on, my brother.
Everything. It's all our brothers. All up.
12 days around the world, everyone slept.
It's a state of mind.
Jewish people made up Islam.
It don't matter. I'm Jewish too. I'm
But
Jewish.
that's
why
not
I'm
the.
confused.
See, he's thinking of the Armenian. We ain't talking about the Armenian. They talking about
They
the.
not really. That's not true then. So it's like you saying
There is
something
none.
that's not even there. It's an illusion.
Yes, there
I'm
is
just
none.
shattering the illusion.
But it's the
I
same
can't
people you're
deal
talking about,
with
but they
illusion.
thinking of that color again. That's not them. Ain't the same
No,
people.
don't get me wrong. I know about the black Jews.
Oh, okay.
I know about black Jews.
Uh-huh.
But when I talk about Jews, I'm talking about The Jews with the small hats, the ones who's running
That's
the
my
show.
hats too.
That's what I'm talking
I
about.
wear
But
them
they
hats
running
too.
the
Make
show.
up which ones that they running? What Muslim? You talking about the Arabic Muslim?
No, I said
Do we want to be a part of what they're doing? Is that even our culture? Because it's, we would
They
not be
running
subjected
what?
to white supremacy.
Yeah,
if
they
it was
running,
that
you say the
issue. If we
Arabic
was in our own
Muslim?
culture,
No,
if
they
we
run
was living
Right.
our own
Oh, yeah,
lifestyle,
yeah, yeah.
we would not be
Yeah.
subjected to that. That's
For right
why
now, for the
I
second.
don't even overstand war with white supremacy because
But
my
yet they do
lifestyle
and they
and my
don't.
culture is so
Because they're
separate
still
from
back
it.
behind
It's
the
so
Moroccans.
separate
The
from it.
Moroccans.
I'm not even allowed.
They make the last decisions, but they give the illusion that they run
Because
everything.
For me to fall
don't.
victim of white supremacy, I have to want
They
what
don't.
they have. I have to want
you're
what they
already a
have.
victim of white supremacy if we have to sit here and try and put our wrongs to rights.
No, the only reason you're dealing with that is because Martin Luther King got a bunch of people to follow him when he was going the wrong way and made everybody 14th Amendment slaves.
And that's another point I need to make about
Because
Martin
even
Luther.
their own
That's another
people
point
are
I need to make
enslaved.
about Martin Luther King and Malcolm X.
Malcolm X got shot after he knew he was a Moor.
are not only in America.
Of
So Martin
course.
Luther King and Malcolm X didn't have an impact on the rest of the world's black people.
But if you calling yourself
But
black
I am all day long.
in
Who told
another
you to
soil,
call
you
yourself
still
all
are
day
putting
long?
yourself in American
Where you got that
jurisdiction.
from?
all day
Who
long, I'm
wrote that?
black.
Who you got that from?
Well,
Where-
actually, it's written in hieroglyphs. What's
What
the
else
land of
written?
black? Isn't Kemet the land of the black?
Oh, okay.
Isn't that like what we talking about? What, a couple of million years old?
Still dealing with English though. They call black and English and
We're
Hebrew.
talking about translated, baby.
Well, really,
The
when
We're
black-
talking about
the
hieroglyphs or pictures.
In other words, they're trying to say that we didn't use these certain word white and
We
black
used them
under the
words.
500-year thing. If you were Kemet, you know, you really use more. They were
still
The
Kemet.
translation of Kemet
Like them
is
people
the
of color,
land
you
of
talking
the
about their
black.
melanin.
People
Kemet.
have so much melanin in
They were
their
Kemet.
DNA
They were
until they
Kemet.
look like
They were
his shirt.
Kemet.
And his shirt.
That was
Now we can
Kemet.
say this
That's
too.
called
The
Kemet.
Moors is the mud people. It's
That's
the
right.
same
It don't matter. Y'all,
Yeah, it
like
does
I
matter.
said,
You
y'all
keep saying
can-
the same thing. It's
y'all
Kemet.
can-
The
y'all
people
can
of the
do all
dark
that.
color,
I mean,
it's Kemet.
that's not my struggle right
You
now.
trying
I'm
to
saying that
create
we have.
separation. We trying
I
to bring it all
created-
together.
I
Yeah,
created
we getting it
separation.
together.
You trying to?
I created
Kemet.
separation.
I'm not saying you not
Infinity
right.
just
I'm
came
saying
down.
black.
Infinity,
you're
a political
talking about.
prisoner in the United States, brought here against her will, a victim of white supremacy. She's creating confusion and separation.
I can't get on white supremacy with all that kind of credit. It's the dirty Moors that did that.
I
We're in the system of white
grew up
supremacy.
black in
They dirty
America.
Moors did that. They
And when I
put them on
realized
there.
who I
You in the
was,
system of white
I literally
supremacy.
do not feel
Why you-
subjected
why
to
you
white
not saying that?
supremacy.
Dirty Moors
That's just
that
like you
white
inside Armstrong Park right now and say you're not
in the
subjected
bag.
to the confines of the
I'm
ghetto.
not. I'm
chose
not
to
because
come
I have faith in the Most High Creator
chose
that
to
everything
come
that
here.
was prophesied will
I'm not
come.
confined
It will
to
come
that.
So
to
what's your
fruition.
feet? Your feet is
So we
under
will be
this.
handed. We will be
Your feet
handed
is
our
under this.
nation.
You have to
We will be handed our nation. That's ancestors.
The trees are giving
That's
you
ancestors. That's ancestors.
I was in jail. I spent 3 years in
That's
jail.
what I'm saying.
But in the confines of
anything's
my
gonna happen, you gotta
own,
do it yourself.
of my
on top of the
own
earth.
right,
On top of
my
the
own
You have to
divine
recognize
manner.
Armstrong
Okay.
Park come
But
second.
you
And
still
nationality is a
inside
part of it.
Armstrong
Right,
Park.
yeah,
Go walk
You
through
should know who
that
you are.
RDA.
You have to know who
It
you are.
don't,
Said you
don't
make
make
divine
no
order,
difference.
and it don't
Yeah,
matter.
you
If
You
you're
know
not
where I'm
confined,
at?
go walk through that
Yeah,
RDA.
you
You
Since
know
it's
where
not
I'm
really
at?
there.
I'm right here.
You sitting on
But then
a
my
bench.
It don't matter. The bench don't even have to be
Who
here.
made the bench?
I don't care.
Exactly, you
It's
don't
me.
care.
It's me.
It's made.
I don't have
care.
to sit on the bench.
I
was
know.
just sitting on the ground.
Because
We just
you're
gotta
okay.
establish our
Because-
own culture.
no,
That's
this
it.
is what I'm
we
saying.
have to establish our
I'm
own culture.
good.
We will not be subjected to white
I'm
supremacy
good.
if we stop trying
I'm
to live
not
a white
I agree.
supremacist
I agree.
lifestyle.
I agree
Period.
wholeheartedly.
I can go wherever
subject-
I
And I don't
want. I
live a
choose
white
to be here and
supremacist. No,
speak
it's
with
not
y'all.
because
Wholeheartedly.
you know what? A fiat note
I
that
choose to
everybody
be
be
in these
chasing to
clothes.
for
Name
survival.
name one
it's
continent
death note. It's
that
a
has
death
not
note.
been
So if
affected
you
by white
if you have
supremacy.
logical
There's a
sense,
couple
you
of
wouldn't
them.
even want to chase money because
They
money
struggle
is
to get
debt.
'em.
You
They
wouldn't
struggle.
need, you
One
wouldn't
is
try
called
to find
existence.
other means of
The other one
living
is called
because
another
money
one.
is debt.
There's a couple
If you
more
were a
still
divine
fighting
being
that fight.
and you trusted in your creator.
Ooh,
you would
boy,
trust in
they
your
fighting.
creator to lead
And
you
we gotta
away
give 'em
from
their
that
props.
fiat note and to give you the
They
means to
give them their
create
props. It's
whatever
true.
you
They
needed to
standing
live.
on the
That
ground
sounds
of
too
the
much like
Egyptian way of
Christianity,
ruling
getting on your
and
knees
ground.
praying to Jesus to get you
No,
out
I
of the
didn't. I
situation.
said
Oh,
having
no.
faith in your creator, whether it be your two parents, you call them your creator.
All I
Having
know
faith
is
that you were born with all
Every
that you
morning
need.
when I wake up, and for the time that I've been on the face of this
A
earth,
fiat
getting
note
on
is
my
debt.
knees,
It's a promissory
praying
note
and
on
asking
it.
for nothing to be done, it don't get done. I had to get up on
Wanted it
my
says a
2 feet, and I had to go out and get it. Just like on the
You gonna be
streets,
passing
if I had a
around that. You
goal,
gonna be
I don't go to
circulating
sleep
that.
until that goal is made. I don't sit up there and say that, well, that didn't work out today. I had something to do and I got up and do it, and I do it every day.
Yeah, but that don't have nothing to do with having faith.
I don't have faith.
And that's the issue.
No, it's not an issue. How can me not having faith be an issue with you?
It's not an issue with me.
Well,
it's
why
an
is it
issue in the stagnancy of defeating white supremacy.
Ain't no
Defeating
such
white
thing.
supremacy?
That's how you defeat
There is
it.
none.
That's what you're saying.
They giving all that power. You giving that illusion. They really, you know, that they really been lifted. They don't no longer. You keep putting that energy back to them. Yeah, I can just come over here, nigga. You know, you gonna give them to them like that.
We all not fortunate enough to sit down and say, well, I got me. And I don't have to worry about every other African on the face. I do.
I worry
I'm telling y'all about me. I'm talking about I have your bird, your bird, your bird, your bird, your bird, your bird, your bird. I have all this bird on me. And y'all don't even see it and y'all don't know the bird that's on me. No, you don't have it like me. Tell me what you doing. No, tell me how you are in your interplay with the system of white supremacy. No, tell me how in the system. Tell me how in the system you have a role to play for your nation.
I enforce natural law.
No, you're not listening to me.
That's all I do.
You're out of control. You need to get your soldier. You're out of control.
I enforce universal law.
I'm asking you, how are you responsible for the well-being of every other African? You personally.
Because I'm responsible for myself. That's my portion.
Well, all of us are not fortunate enough to say, I got
After
me.
the age of 13, you're reliable.
When you go to jail,
You're reliable. The Spirit comes
when
to
you
you.
go to jail,
Not one person that did not come to you.
exactly,
Walk
we
this
had this
earth.
conversation.
But I was young.
That's a community problem.
I ain't know who I was.
They make decisions without wisdom. Huh?
I say we all natural civilizations.
So anyway,
Yes.
We all guardians of the earth.
There you go.
if you guardians
At
the
the
earth,
13, you're reliable.
and use all this spiritual power y'all have
You're reliable.
to stop allowing this beast to control your
That
actions.
beast don't
This
really.
beast is controlling your
beast
words.
don't.
Right now,
was on the
we're
streets,
arguing
he
with each other
controlled.
because
Losing
we're in a
their
state of
mind.
confusion.
You gonna give it to
We're all
them, they gonna
speaking
take
English.
it.
We don't know what the
Right.
fuck we saying to each other.
I do.
Let's be real.
I'm
I'm
controlling
trying
the
to
beast.
tell you, and when I tell you that white mean pure and divine, you tell
So
me
you, that's your
no.
definition.
You tell me no, but I'm giving you pure facts. That's only
What
one
pure
truth.
fact? You got
There's
that
only
book.
one
Look up.
truth.
Look at it.
There is
Look
only
at
one
it.
truth.
You got that little book. How's that fact? You got it out of a book.
It's
That's
different.
facts
I
because
could go pull another
that's
book
the
that
issue.
prove otherwise.
People are wondering why
I could go type
niggas
this
can
shit on
get
the
shot.
computer and
People
give it
wonder
another
why
type of
niggas
shit.
can get shot and not get justice, but they not gonna look
Yeah,
up
but
the
the
word that
divine
they
could confirm
classify
the
him in his
differences.
status.
If it's
In
a
his
lie, if
status,
it's made
in that
up.
case,
Ain't
it
no
says
difference.
black. In his status in that place, when it said black, that made it okay to shoot him. So that is the issue right there. And the solution for that is to stop identifying yourself as a color and to say, hey, there's only one race. There is human race.
That's the
Hey, we
Kemet.
are all made in the image
That's
of
the
the Most
Kemet.
High. That's
People
the
with the high
only
melody,
way to
like you say.
Well,
eliminate white
why those in
supremacy.
charge? Why those in charge? Those
Who is in
racist-
charge? Who is in charge of infinity but infinity?
What?
Who's in charge of infinity but
Who's in
infinity?
charge of Infinity?
But Infinity.
Infinity owe $160,000 in student loans.
You don't owe nobody nothing.
You don't owe nobody.
You don't owe
I'm not
nobody
in a pretend
nothing.
world with y'all. I can't do this with y'all.
That's
can't
not
even
pretend.
pay your
I can't do
debt.
this with
You
y'all.
can't pay your
The
debt.
student
Who
loan
got
people is not
$5
calling
on them
y'all
right now?
hounding
Who got
y'all.
a $5 bill? Please, let me see the
the student loan
$5 bill.
people's not calling
Let
y'all
me see
hounding
the
y'all.
$5 bill.
Y'all
Let
don't
me
have
see any note that you
y'all
have
don't
in your
have
wallet
any
right now.
fiduciary
Whether it's
obligations.
$1 or
I'm a
whatever.
grown-ass woman. I have fiduciary obligations. That's a piece of paper.
First off, you
This is
A piece of
This
paper.
note is legal tender for all debts, public and private.
That is a piece of paper. That
can't
is
take
backed
that
by
This is what you
resources.
worried about. This is not real, love.
Worried about it.
This is
Love,
debt.
what happens
This
when
is
I don't give them
debt.
that
This is
$160,000?
debt. Nothing.
don't know.
Nothing's
You know
gonna
who you
happen.
are.
Nothing's gonna happen.
Nothing when you
choose
claim
that.
your appellation.
What
Nothing.
you're saying is
Anything have to do with my
What you're saying
student
is
loan?
not real.
I tell him go
Yes,
screw
it
that
is.
stuff.
It's
Then he
not
cleared.
Yes, it is.
When I'm
I owe him over $50,000.
Why?
And they still try to hold on me 30, 40 years later.
When they ask you,
myself how? How? Tell me
By
how.
knowing who you are having that
They cleared it.
No,
By
stop the
knowing who you are
conversation.
having
They
that
tell me
conversation.
right now how to get off the streets. Right now,
I'm
for what the
telling
shit you
you.
talking.
I'm
Tell me how to
telling
get
you.
off the
I'm
streets.
telling
Tell me
you.
how not to
I'm
starve.
telling you.
Tell me how I don't have to go hustle. Tell me how I can stay off those streets and not sell dope.
I'm
Tell
telling
me
you.
that from the shit you
I'm
say.
telling you.
Tell me how that's gonna really happen.
You ready to listen?
Yes, real reality. Reality right now.
To change your political status.
And how changing my political status gonna get me off the streets? How changing my
Because you
political
will
status
then-
gonna give me
then
food?
once
How
you-
changing my political status gonna
Once
make
you
sure I have to
change
go
your
in the streets
okay,
and do what the fuck I do?
Listen to me. Once you change your political status, you are in line of being able to accept your inheritance and accept your duty to this land. America, the United States Corporation, they operate on maritime laws. Maritime laws means that you are on high seas. So in a fictitious corporation named the United States, in their mind, this here is high sea water. This is us in the Pacific Ocean. Any law that they enforce, they're enforcing high sea law.
Well, give me an example of who did this and how
as
they
a
did it.
divine
Give me
being,
as
a divine being, our duty is to the land. Our duty is to these trees, which are our ancestors, which we know through the cycle of life. That's our duty. So once we claim our duty by adding a title or appellation to our name and knowing our divine and national rights, we then start to operate on this land differently. To have an empty home on the laws of land, or laws of nature, that is illegal. So all these abandoned homes, you better go put in work and go fix one up, because there's plenty of them, and that's all the real estate companies are doing. And they're stealing your land
There
from you.
you go.
And they're acting on maritime laws continuously. So changing your political mindset, your political status, and not being a victim. Not saying that my name is Infinity and I was taken from my land and I'm a victim here. You're not a victim. Do not be a victim.
You can't tell me what I am, first of all.
I'm not, but I'm telling you what you said you are and what you continue to project onto the world.
You're damn right. To the world. That's what you're not getting. To the world.
That you're a victim.
The world have my voice. That's what I'm saying.
Saying that you're a victim.
The world have my voice.
Saying what?
It doesn't matter what.
Yes, it does.
That's the pressure on me that you don't have to deal with.
Okay, and if
That's
you openly
real.
accept the pressure, I love it.
Well, you love it, but at the same time, you're dissing me
Who's
for it.
$5?
Not at all.
This is what I'm saying. I'm telling you, give me an example of who really did this shit you talking about.
Me, Infinity. I don't have a dime to my name, Infinity. I could be saying that I'm homeless if I decided not to go get in one of them abandoned houses and live in it. Me, Infinity.
So you have to go live in an abandoned
three,
house.
4, 5 years. 3, 4, 5 years.
You have to live in an abandoned house.
No, I live in the fucking palace. I live
That's
in
what
the
I've done.
because I dedicated
I'm not supposed to be in a
my life
corporation.
to
You
the
going,
Most
especially my
High.
skills, you go in that house.
That house
We've been doing
is
this in
probably
St. Louis.
a $500,000 home now.
I know, since St. Louis. You going to that house. We've been doing it since Missouri.
That's how you get what
That's how you get it. I'm going in this
That's
shit.
part of the Constitution.
And I go down to City Hall, we sign in, I'm taking
All that's part
and
of
then they say
it.
nothing.
If we write our applications, if we
No,
write
we
our
didn't.
proclamations,
And let
if we
him
write our
No, we
applications,
didn't.
And
if we
give
change
you
our
right
legal
shit.
status.
No, you
Man,
don't.
get the fuck
No,
out of
you
here, man.
don't.
He still got
No,
to
you
do
don't.
it. But what you going to
No,
City
you
Hall
don't.
for?
All you
What
doing is
going to
filing
City
national
Hall
public
for?
record.
We're public record file. Once you
don't.
get in there,
You don't
public
have
record file.
Don't.
It's self-determination.
And not
Don't
just
go to
that,
City
it's
Hall.
she's
Tell
right.
them us
Since
to
white
vote
white
And
supremacy
furthermore,
is
you're
not
right. We gotta go
City
to the federal.
We told the
And
police.
sign that.
We more. They
Boom.
said, oh, they
Bye.
smart.
And I'm getting out of here. You gonna see me again.
The police don't do nothing but enforce law. They're not the law.
Exactly.
But what
So
they,
you
I'm
saying
telling
what you
you,
told the
they
police?
enforcing
I
maritime
That's
told
all
them
that's
that
it.
they don't have jurisdiction
You can
over
throw that's
me.
a pussycat. They had
What
the
did the
same
police say
effect.
when they
I tell
showed
them
up?
to
When
the
that
pussy
busy
cat
ass nigga we had.
I bet you I ain't gonna
We showing our paper. Boom. Oh, they got address. Okay,
They
bro,
know
we
it's
good.
them.
You go on there.
Oh, we good.
The whole block was looking for us.
Okay, so
we good.
just to get out of this
you
conversation,
good?
this revolving little door that we got going on, because I really have spiritual matters to take care of. Y'all saying basically y'all okay.
We all okay.
Fuck the rest of us.
Y'all
No.
us.
I cannot force
Exactly
you.
what y'all
Everything
saying.
I told
That's
you,
exactly
everything
what
I
y'all
told you
saying.
is real love. Everything I told you is real
Exactly
love.
what y'all
But you
saying.
neglecting it. You like saying that, oh, it's fictitious. It's fictitious.
Because
Everything
what you
that I'm
saying is
telling you.
hypothetical.
No, I'm not. I'm telling you because I'm writing it. I have to sit down every day, look at Supreme Court cases so that I can know what to write. So I can know if I get in any issue with these people that my political mind state is proper. It's correct. That I'm studying the Black Law Dictionary. That I know that I cannot step into their court because their court go by maritime law. I have to know that. I have to live that. I have to breathe that in order to convey that to
Where's your
somebody.
court?
And when I convey it to somebody that look like me,
court right
that's
here.
going
There
through the
you
same
go, right
struggle
here.
as me,
court
and they
right here.
neglect
There you
it.
go.
How am I supposed to feel?
This court.
It's all
We
You're
have the court
neglecting
right
everything
here.
I'm saying.
That's
This
fine
is
what
court.
you're saying.
And you could
This is
prove
what
it.
I'm saying.
Telling me
The
I'm neglecting my
majority
people.
of Africans on the faces earth
If
are
they don't have faith in them,
starving.
If they don't have faith in the Most High, they starving.
Starving to death.
Why?
Being murdered in the most
Why they
extreme
starving?
cases.
Reasons all behind
You tell
this.
me why they're starving.
What they eat?
You tell me why the majority of us starving and we're impoverished. You tell me why the majority of us impoverished.
Lifestyle.
Lifestyle. So somebody in a third world
What's your one word?
country
Say
that's
it.
in a down hood of 10 or whatever, that chose to be like that.
Yes.
Shell
Man,
color.
come on,
That's why
come
some
on,
of
man.
them are starving. Why some of them are.
This is what I'm saying. I can't afford to
choose
live
to
in
be
y'all
right
reality.
here.
You choose to be right
You
there.
choose to be
Because
right
you ain't
here.
gotta sit there and stand against the world and say, this is happening to my brothers and sisters. This is what I have to bring
stand against
attention
it
to.
every
Being
day.
victimized, you gonna sit there and let it
I'm
happen
a
to you?
victim of white
I'm a
supremacy.
representative.
Why? If you're being victimized,
Victim
why
don't
would you
mean
let it happen
hopeless.
to it?
Victim don't mean hopeless and helpless.
But why would you continue to let yourself be victimized if there's a solution being given to you?
What solution that you're
I
giving
just
me?
gave you a
I don't want to
solution.
live the way you want to live. Now you
Okay,
telling
if
me
that's
fuck
the
me because
case,
I don't want to live the way
then
you
you
want to
wanna
live.
continue
I want
to
to
be
live how he
victim.
living. I want all my shit back. You know
That's not yours.
It is
That's
yours.
not
Get
yours.
it.
Their
All this
lifestyle
fucking
is
shit
not
mine.
yours. Their
this
culture
fucking
is
shit
not
mine.
yours.
All this
Their
is mine.
culture is not
All
yours.
this is mine.
And that's
He
what's
saw
wrong with
everything for me
so-called
and
black
erected the
people. They
whole
don't know
world
their
for
culture.
himself. He done made a whole empire for himself for everything he stole from me.
No,
and I'm
he
going to get it
didn't.
back because I'm not
No,
no
he
punk.
didn't.
I'm not no fucking
If
cold.
you think
I'm
we
not
was
scared
living
of this
how they
bitch.
nasty
No,
asses be
y'all
living,
scared.
and you got it with
That's y'all. Y'all could do all that when y'all
We don't
shit.
do that
y'all could
white,
do
that
Y'all could
backwards
do
ass
that.
you
shit
trying
that
to
they
get?
do.
I got it.
We don't slaughter
That's
animals
fine.
and
That's
all that
fine.
shit.
Y'all
We
living the
don't
way y'all
continue
want to
do
live.
that.
I
We
want
don't
to live
make
another way.
clones and all that. That's
I want to
not
live
in
another
us.
way. So I'm restricted to the way I live. I gotta live
Change is
under the way y'all
constant.
living.
Change
I
is
have to
constant.
change my mindset. I still have to
You
change
do.
something about me so
You
I can be
always do.
productive
I
inside
always
his
do.
society.
Yes, you
I
do.
was thinking,
Everybody
I
does.
understand because
What?
she's saying she's trying to knock down white supremacy, and all Dalmo is trying to explain to her you have to know how they operate in order to conquer
live with
that.
it.
So
To
she was
live
just trying
with
to
it.
explain to you
No,
that.
what she's trying to explain is how I
Okay.
can live peacefully with cancer
Oh.
by applying chemo.
I don't even believe in that shit. I don't eat meat because meat causes cancer.
I was given a metaphor. Come on.
Okay,
We talking
but-
about heightening our vibration.
With that
Let's
metaphor,
let's
what's
let's
that?
heighten our
Obviously-
mentalities
That
right now.
mean that
Giving
you
a
don't
That's
metaphor.
understand what I'm
obviously
saying.
something that you have a problem with, but she's saying you have to understand their politics and how they operate in order to be able to go against them and to defeat them or whatever it is you're trying to do. That's all
I'm
she's
talking
saying.
about as
so,
a nation. I'm not talking about me in
What
my
nation you
individual
gonna do?
self.
What is a
It
nation?
don't matter.
What
I mean, this
nation you
conversation
identify
basically,
with?
I'm not about to even go on with this conversation no more.
Black not a nation. Japan a nation because it's equated with a landmass. What a black landmass is? Where is black? Where is white? What is white? Japan is Japan. It's Japanese. Germany.
Irish.
Black and shit. Black. What black at? Ain't no thing that's a political
That's neither
fictitious
here nor
creature
there.
of
That's
the
neither here
mind.
nor there. It
It's
don't
a
matter. It
status
don't matter.
inside
There's no
the
way that I'm going
corporation.
anywhere with this
The
conversation.
U.S. is not a nation.
This all I'm saying is I have certain shit that I gotta do. I got a lot of pressure on me. I'm not combating what y'all saying. I'm telling you, I have a whole set of issues that's on me.
I know.
For the shit
And-
where you like, well, I'm sit back, I got
right
me.
too. What you
I know
need?
how my
What you
shit
need?
is. I'm
I do
talking
all
about
type of shit. What you need?
what?
What you need? I do
What
all
I need?
type of shit.
What I need?
What you need?
I need for my people, melanated people, if that's better for you than black. I need my melanated people to come together and form a nation
That's what I'm
so
doing.
we could compete.
We got a nation.
So we can compete.
We got a nation.
Compete on a global level and exercise
We
political
got that.
power.
We within the United Nations. The Washington Moses represented
They
the
know-
oldest,
they
oldest
know who we
indigenous
are
tribe in the
already.
world in
We own it
1993.
already. What we
It's
got to
paperwork.
compete about?
Washington.
Own it already.
Washington. Go tell them about
Everything.
Washington.
If we own the world, then why are we speaking English right now to each other?
Because we ain't learned no other language yet.
Why?
Because we
Time.
When you want to meet them
I
every
can't do this.
Tuesday,
Look, my
you wanna
head
meet
hurts.
them
Give it
every
some time.
Tuesday
Look, I got
to
like
learn
real
a new
shit.
language.
We're going back.
I got
Forming it
real shit
now.
to do. Like I said, I got real stress on me, and I can't live in hypothetical land. So I'm gonna
This
just
is
let
mine.
y'all.
Respect that.
I'm gonna just let y'all be because
Whenever
I'm
you
on
pick up
another
your
plane.
phone and you look up an appellation and a title and you look up a declaration of nationality and you look up land grants and really who owned this land from Louisiana
Spanish
to
land
Canada
grants, King
to
Louis.
Florida to Canada, wherever you want
King
to look it
Louisiana.
up, like you can look it up. It's
You
there
know,
for you
that's
to
my
look up,
people.
but it's a